all 10s that don't belong to you. Let's go get some scores. Nice. All right, keep applauding for Pete. Come on, Pete Goldfinger. Thank you.
Thanks. So when I turned 40, it was a very eventful year for me. I had my first child, a baby girl, and thanks. And I went for my my checkup for my 40th birthday, and that's, for those of you who don't know, that's the time when the doctor starts saying things to you like, you know, you have a little bit of high cholesterol, but I'm not real worried about it. Just stop eating everything that you love forever, and also you need to stop drinking, and you need to get exercise every day, and if you do that, you should have a very long and utterly awful life. But what I decided I was going to do was, we lived right near Fryman Canyon, and my daughter gets up very early in the morning, and I thought, I'm going to take her every morning. I'm going to put her on my chest, and we're going to hike up Fryman Canyon together. It's a loop that goes around, and we started doing it, and it was so beautiful. You know, we'd get there when it was dark, and you know, it was so early that the fog was still clinging to the hills, and we had it all to ourselves. And every morning we'd see, you know, a deer or maybe a red-tailed hawk, except for this one day when we were walking up and looking ahead, and out of the fog coming towards me is this vision. I mean, just this absolutely beautiful girl that is so, I should say woman, she's so pure, it's as if the morning has just given birth to this unbelievable. And as she passes me, she says, great morning, huh? And I don't say anything because I'm completely paralyzed. And as she continues on, she turns and says, it's going to be a great day. And I say, thank you. It's just pathetic, you know. But I mean, again, I'm just not very good at talking to women anymore. And, you know, sometime around my 30s, I'd reached a point where, like, when I would pass a woman that was even remotely attractive, she didn't even know that I was just a gentle breeze, basically, going by. But, you know, I forgot all about this incident, and a few days later, I'm going back in on a hike, and the minute I go in, she's coming out. This beautiful girl, and this time she stops and she looks at my daughter and she says, oh, you know, she's so beautiful. And I say, oh, thank you, you know. And as she's leaving, she says, you know, she looks a lot like you. And, you know, I continue hiking up the trail, and I start thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure she just called me beautiful. I mean, all right, you know, you guys may think that's a little bit of a reach, but, you know, keep in mind I just came from this doctor who told me that basically the only thing that's happening with my body now is that it's slowly decaying and on its way to death. So, you know, I really, you know, I needed this, you know. And so when I get to the top, I see her now coming down the hill again. And now I have some time to plan, like I got 15 seconds, you know, to think of something. And as she passes, I say, doing the loop twice, huh? Yeah. It's really, so you can see what I do when I have a little time. And she says, you know, yes, in fact, you know, I have a shoot this week and I'm trying to get in shape. And I say, oh, what's your shoot for? And she goes, it's for my website. It's vanity.com. And I say, oh, you know, that sounds great. And she says, you know, you should check it out. And I said, well, maybe I will. And she says, just so you know, it's vanitywith2eyes.com. And, you know, when you go there, email me. What? I mean, like, she heads down the hill, and now I'm like frozen. Like, what? This just doesn't even make any sense. I'm going to email her, and now it's like, now it's all gotten kind of tawdry, you know. Like, this was not a sexy thing for me. It was just more sort of a ethereal beauty. And now, like, she's giving me her email, and now I'm thinking, like, have I done something wrong? Like, am I guilty? Do I need to go and like report this to my wife? You know, which I'm definitely not going to do, because my wife, when we got married, my wife actually looked at me and she said, you know, I just want to make it clear that if you ever cheat on me, I don't want you to burden me with it. I want you to carry that for the rest of your life. It's really a great thing to say to a Jew, by the way. That's the perfect thing to say. But I do decide that I should go and look at this website. I mean, I now know this person, and she's asked me to look at her work, and I feel that out of respect, I need to go and look at this website. So I sort of pick up my pace a little bit, going down the hill, and we get down to the bottom, and there's this yellow fence that my daughter, I put her down, and she likes to swing on it. But today I just throw her in the car and drive on home. And I get home, and the plan is that my wife is going to come out, and she's going to take our daughter to Mommy and me. But as we're passing, she says, you know, I'm so sorry, I just realized, you know, tonight's date night, and we have nothing planned. And I don't know. I said, anything you want to do. Anything you want to do is fine with me. And she goes, oh, really? That's really nice. But, you know, there is this vegetarian organic place over on Ventura. And I interrupt her and say, done. It's a date. I can't wait. And she heads off, and I, go into the house, and I go to my computer, and I'm opening it. And I have to say, like, as I'm opening it, I'm thinking to myself, when Thoreau returned from Walden Pond, is this where he found himself, opening his computer? And I see it, Vanity with Two Eyes, and there's a little parenthetical, video. And I click on the video, and up comes this sweet, it's a close shot of her face. Vanity's just angelic, sweet face. And, you don't see any of her body parts. They're really, she's very protected. The person shooting it, you can sort of see the top of her breast, but not much more. And also she's sucking a penis. Just an enormous penis. And I don't draw a thing, but let me just say she was very much in control of the situation. She was talking to him, and she very aggressively wanted him to be satisfied, and she was, telling him, providing him with a location as to where that should be, and he finally did satisfy himself, and then she said, I too would like to satisfy myself. And so the camera pulls back, and Vanity with Two Eyes stands up, and she too satisfies herself with her enormous penis. It's all starting to make sense now. There are a lot of hikes that you can go on in the Los Angeles area. And I'm pretty sure that if you went into any of them, you would find nature. But it's a lot less likely that you would find the wild. But I did. Thank you.
Pete Goldfinger, come on. Michael Summers will be next. Michael Summers. Very nice. It's a good show. Let's give Pete one more round of applause. That was great.